Dear children, today I am going to discuss a question which is based on inheritance and which came in ISC 2015. And the question is that a line on a plane can be represented by the coordinates of the two endpoints P1 and P2 as these points coordinates are given. And what you need to do is you need to define a base class plane with these coordinates and with this function display show, and then you need to define another class which is actually circle, which is a derived class, and with the coordinates of the other point x2, y2 and with the radius in this area. So let us start with, so first of all we need to define 2 points x1, x2, and these 2 points are suppose double type. So here I have taken x1 and here I have taken y1. So these are the coordinates x1, y1, and here after that I need to define the constructor which is a double x1 comma double y1, and here I need to initialize these instance variables. So what to do is x1, this dot x1 is equals to x1, and this dot y1 is equals to y1. Children, why I am using this because this is a keyword which stores the address of current calling object, and I hope all of you know that this is also used to differentiate the local variable with the instance variable. So here these selected variables will be treated as local variable of this constructor, and these two variables will be treated as the instance variables. Okay, now another thing is what we have to define a function void show. So let us define that function void show, and here we will write x1 is equals to this x1, and here that y1 is equals to y1. So these are the 2 points, 2 points of a actually these are the 2 coordinates of a point. So the specification of the base class is over, and now we have to define the specification of the derived class. And this derived class is circle, which contains 2 more variables for the coordinates of the other point, along with a variable radius which we have to calculate, and one more variable which is area, this double area, to calculate the area of the circle. And there is a function find area, and there is a function find area, and there is another function find radius, and there is another function. This void show function of the derived class, basically it overrides the function of the base class. So this is what we have to see. So let us define the class circle. So class circle extends plane, and now x2 and y2, and here after that this is the constructor of the derived class, which will receive 4 parameters: double x1 y1, double x2 double y2, and here what we need to do is super x1 comma y1, because these two values belongs to the instance variables of the base class. So this x1 and y1, with the help of the super keyword, here we are calling the constructor of the base class. This one we are calling the constructor of the base class. So here that's why, and you already know that this must be the very first statement. Now what to do here? We need to initialize the instance variable of the derived class. So this dot x2 will be x2, and this dot y2 will be y2. And after that, what we need to do is we need to we have already defined this constructor of the derived class. Now we need to define this method which is responsible for calculating the area of the radius of the circle. So for that, what we need to do, void find radius, and we need to use section formula. And if you see that the formula is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square upon 2. This is what the formula for finding the radius. So these are the 2 points. Actually x1 and y1, if you use x1 and y1 with x2, y2, and if there are points, suppose a and b, and if x1 and y1 these are the coordinates of point A, and x2 and y2 are the coordinates of point B. So actually what is that, the distance between these 2 points is basically the diameter, and that's why here we are just dividing this diameter by 2 in order to calculate the radius. You can see that. So what we need to do is, so first of all, and one more is we need to declare 2 more variables, which is first is radius and another is area. And within this constructor, what we need to do is radius is and area is also this. And now apply the formula, which is radius is equals to math.sqrt, that is x1, that is x2 minus x1 into x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1, and here y2 minus y1. So this is how we are actually calculating the diameter of the circle. So we have calculated the diameter of the circle, and after that what to do, we don't need this, and here also we don't need this. Yes, it is done. And after that what to do is radius is equals to radius upon 2. This is how we have calculated the radius of the circle. And now what to do is void find area. This is the function which we have to make, and here we have to apply that formula pi r square. So the area will be math.pi. So with the help of this math class, you can use this attribute of the math class, and it will give you the exact value of pi. So after that, you need to just multiply this radius. So the formula is pi r square, which you have done. And now the next thing is you need to calculate. You have already calculated the area, and here we need to call this function show to display both the coordinates along with the length of the radius and area of the circle. Okay, so in this function what to do is void show. And here first of all, if you want to print the coordinates of the first point, so you need to write super.display. And if you want to print the coordinates of the second point, so that is x2 is this one, and here y2 is this one. And after that you need to print radius, which is radius, and here you need to print the area, which is area is that area. And after that, what you need to do is you need to call the main method. You need to declare the main method. So this is the main method children, and here you need to declare scanner class so that you can input the coordinates of both the points. So for coordinates you need to declare some variables here. So suppose you have declared x1 and y1, x2 and y2. So first of all, enter the coordinates of point A and that is x1 is ss dot next double, and here y1 is ss dot next double, and then you need to input the coordinates of the second point. So that is enter the coordinates of point B, and that is x2 is ss dot next double, and that is y2 is ss dot next double. And after that you need to create the object of the class circle, because you need to create the object of the derived class, and you need to pass the coordinates of both the points there in the constructor. So here circle obj new circle and passing x1 comma y1 comma x2 comma y2. This is what we are doing. And after that I need to just call this function show. But remember, we have not called this function find radius and find area. So what we need to do here, within find function I am just calling this function find radius, and I need not to pass anything. And here within this, before printing the area, before printing the radius and the area, just call this function find area, so that you need not to call this function find area within the main method. And children, since we have used this scanner class, we need to import the package, which is import java.util.asterisk, and this is the package. So here the program is complete. Let us see, let us execute this. So here java c circle.java, I'm compiling this, and here this function super.display I have called. The name of the function is not super.display, rather than it is super.show. So here what to do is we need to just call this, that is circle.java. So it is called and it is compiled properly, and then circle. So children, suppose the first coordinate is 2.5, which is the value of x1, and it is 4.5. These are the first coordinates, and then the second coordinate is 5.6 and 7.8. Now you see that these are the coordinates along with the radius and area. So children, again I would like to tell you that this is the specification of the base class, and in the board examination you need not to define the base class, because this question comes with 5 marks. So what you need to do is you need to start writing the program from the specification of the derived class. So there you need to define class circle extends plane, and then these are the instance variable of the derived class, these are the instance variables of the base class. So here what to do, in the constructor you need to invoke the constructor of the base class That's why I have written this statement super x1 comma y1, and after that the instance variables of the derived class we have initialized, and these two functions are for calculating the radius and area of the circle. And this is how you have you can write the function call statement. If you wish to call these statements within the main method, that is also okay, but here I have called this find area function here within the method show, so that I need not to call that function within the main method. So I hope you all have understood the concept, and I hope you have enjoyed this video.